Is NASA hiding the true color of Mars? I'm going to discuss an older report from 2004, but with a few other pictures that have recently came to light. Someone that pointed me in the right direction, actually. And what I have to show you is pretty doggone interesting. I think you'll enjoy it. Evil must be punished. Alright, like I said, this is from 2004, but I have other pictures as well that I'm going to show you. And the title is NASA Hiding the True Color of Mars? NASA's pictures of the Gusev crater using the Mars Global Surveyor and the more recent Odyssey mission using the Themis camera reveal some interesting data. The images taken show a dark mass that at first glance seem to have characteristics that resemble some sort of plant life. Then in 2004, the European Space Agency took its first full-color image of the Gusev crater. What made the ESA image so immediately interesting was the fact that the dark mass features seen streaking portions of the floor of the 90-mile-wide crater in the NASA image can now be seen in true color by the ESA revealed by Mars Express to be various amazing shades of green. At Gusev, if the craters in the area were indeed harboring conditions conducive to some special algae growth, primarily by extending below the local water table, then one could easily speculate that as the algae mats within some craters grow in the Martian spring and summer and ultimately reproduce, their spores are carried by the winds out of the craters to form the long sinuous streaks across the inner crater surfaces observed from orbit. The streaks then would simply be more colonies of algae from the craters, spread by algae spores, surviving for a time between the crater floors. However, deprived of crucial quantities of water and essential nutrients, which in this scenario would be concentrated on those crater floors, the migrating algae colonies between the craters quickly die and decompose. Through this process, they would inevitably release some of their bound organics, the hydrogen, carbon, etc., back into the atmosphere, to be seen as significant quantities of methane gas. Alright, no problem. During 2004 observations from the ESA Mars Express spacecraft in orbit around Mars, methane was detected in its atmosphere. And even more recently, methane has been detected on Mars by 3 independent groups of scientists. And this could be a sign of life indicating methane-producing bacteria. Okay, so I'm starting to really not understand NASA here at all. Alright, first we got Little Bunny Foo-Foo, a clear indication of life. NASA completely denies it. Now, as you can see, especially in this picture, we have NASA denying algae formations. Alright, algae producing oxygen, because it's a plant, it takes in the carbon dioxide of which Mars's atmosphere is mostly composed of and gives off oxygen. But yet NASA is denying it. Now the funny part about this whole thing is that NASA insists that all of these cameras, all 3 of them, the one from the ESA, the one from their ships, and the one on the Mars rover Spirit, all 3 of them are malfunctioning. Oh, it's a malfunction. It's a malfunction. Those green colors are just a malfunction of the camera. All 3 cameras, NASA? I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Are you guys buying it? And then in another statement, NASA says, well, it was post-production problems. Huh? Post-production? What are you talking about? If it was post-production and it was a desert color, then it would just be a darker desert color. It wouldn't turn up green. It might turn up green if a picture was overexposed or something to that degree, but I don't think it's going to. Post-production, though, what? No, NASA, no. No, we have algae. This is algae. Okay? I mean, why don't you just come out and say, yeah, okay, fine, it's algae. You know, I would think you would be thrilled. I would think you'd be thrilled to find little bunny foo-foo, but, you know, you denied that. Now we've got most definite signs of plant life, at least in the form of algae, and you're denying that too. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. What am I missing here? Am I missing something? I mean, 2 major breakthroughs on Mars, NASA, and you've denied both. Why? I'm clueless here. Help me out, man. Help me to understand why you would totally ignore 2 major breakthroughs on another planet within our solar system. I'm not getting it. But I thought I would put this up and let you all see it, because I don't know about you guys, but it sure as hell looks like algae to me. And you know, I mean, you know, what can I say? You know, I mean, you know, there's not a whole hell of a lot I can say about that, you know. And you know, I've got the bigger picture here that I can show you too. Let me kind of bring it up. Now look, see where my little cursor is there? See that line? What the hell's up with that? And then if you follow it up, it goes up, and then it comes back across here, as if they've patched over this area, as if they've patched over this area on the picture. You know, there's a clear line there, folks. You can see that line. It's a different color. So what was that all about? What's that all about, man? I'm not getting this. You know, what's going on here? But anyway, you can see the streaks here. You can see how they are definitely algae for sure. At least appears to be. They even appear to have shadows. Now that's the interesting thing about it. They appear to have these little algae formations appear to have shadows, have depth. You know. So I'm just not getting this, man. Maybe somebody else can enlighten me. I'm just not getting it. Maybe somebody can enlighten me. I don't know. But sure does seem interesting to me, guys. And I thought I'd share it with you because to me this is a monumental breakthrough as far as I'm concerned. I mean, we've got plants and animals on Mars. You'd think NASA would be thrilled, but deny, and I'm just not getting it. Maybe I'm missing something, but I'm just not getting it, man. I don't know. Now, if we can get enough algae to grow, that's the thing. We've got there's plenty of carbon dioxide. Most of Mars's atmosphere is carbon dioxide. Okay, so if we can get enough plants, if we can spore enough seeds. See, a while back, I think it was late 80s, early 90s, I think it was. Or maybe it was mid 90s. I don't know. Anyway, somewhere between the 80s and 90s, I advocated the idea of sending spores to Mars. Algae spores. That was an idea of mine. I threw it out there on the board to see who would salute it. And looks like somebody maybe might have took my word, you know. Hopefully I am making a difference somewhere, somehow. But I don't, why are we denying it? That's the part I'm stuck on. That's the part I'm not getting. But anyway, there it is in a nutshell. Let me know what you guys think. But it sure looks convincing to me, guys.